Hey guys, this is Dave and Monica with Third Generation Jiu Jitsu. First, welcome to the Third Generation family. We want to make a quick introductory video to go over things that you should know as a new student at Third Generation Jiu Jitsu. Hey guys, I want to give you a quick overview of what you can expect when you walk in for your first class. First, every third generation school has some fundamentals classes. If you're able to make those fundamentals classes, that is ideal. At our fundamentals classes, we'll always go over a self-defense technique followed by 2 or 3 fundamental techniques to jiu-jitsu, and we'll drill them for the whole hour. After the hour is up, we'll leave for time for 2 live rolls if you want to. Those live rolls or sparring matches are completely optional, and you can decide if that's something you want to do or if you just want to drill. Guys, you don't have to be in any sort of shape to start jiu-jitsu. I've heard so many people, they're like, I need to go to the gym to get in shape so I can come to the jiu-jitsu gym. No, that's insanity. Don't go to the gym to get ready for the gym. Come to the jiu-jitsu gym, we will slowly get you in shape for jiu-jitsu, and it's going to be better shape than you're ever going to get going to a Planet Fitness. If you can't make the fundamentals classes, that's fine. Not everybody's schedule is going to fit that. We have brand new beginners in all of our classes. What's the difference? In our regular classes, we're going to learn 2 to 3 new techniques, we're going to drill them, and we're always going to reserve about 20 minutes for live rolling or live sparring at the end of class. Everyone is going to roll with you up to your ability level. Don't be afraid that you're going to get crushed. Don't be afraid that you're going to waste anyone's time. Jiu-jitsu is really hard. All of us, once we get decent at jiu-jitsu, we're really proud and excited to share what we learn so that you're actually going to give back to us if you give us the opportunity to give to you. Hope to see you in class. All right, guys, I want to quickly go over how to put on your gi. We're going to take our jacket, put it on just like any jacket, obviously. We're going to put our left lapel over the right lapel so that your patch is always showing on top. We're going to get our belt, and it's a double wrap tie. So we're going to get an even length in the front. We're going to wrap it around our hips. Once we get around, we're going to pinch the left side together. We're going to bring the right side over both and under both. That's going to hold the 2 strands of belt together. Pull it tight. Then left side over right. Pull it tight. Once you master this skill, you'll be ready for your first merit badge. Hey guys, do not be this guy. Never come to class without a freshly washed gi. Never come to class without being showered. Wash your hair, brush your teeth, put some deodorant on. It's not just out of consideration of your partners, it's also a health risk. Ringworm and staph infections are real things. We have to come in here completely hygienic. Cut your toenails, cut your nails, be freshly showered. Don't run to the gym and think you'll just put your gi on and work out. Run to the gym, take a shower here at the gym, put on your fresh gi, put on your fresh clothes, and let's get rolling. Guys, again, don't be that guy. Don't put your PP feet on the mats. All right, when we come into the gym, there's one main rule. Don't walk on the mat with shoes, but if you go to the bathroom, put shoes on. We have a bunch of sandals outside of every bathroom. They're communal sandals. I don't actually know if they're supposed to be, but I use them as communal sandals, and so should you.
Hey, how are you? How was your weekend?
Guys, don't be this guy. All right, everyone comes here for different reasons. Some people come here for self-defense. Some people come to get in shape. Some people to come here for the community. Some people come here because they're preparing for an MMA fight or they want to be high-level jiu-jitsu competitors. We all come here for different reasons, but we have to roll at a pace that's going to make both of us comfortable. We both have to have fun. We both have to learn something. We want a mutually beneficial roll so that after every roll, our partner slaps our hand with a smile on their face and they want to work with us again. Because if you don't, if you just go crazy after your partner trying to win every match like it's the World Championships, you're going to find yourself with no one wanting to train with you, and we can't get better at jiu-jitsu by ourselves.
Get your fat ass off me!
Guys, don't be this person. If you are much bigger than your partner, don't crush them with your size and strength, even if they're black belts. Guys, black belts' bodies break just as easily as white belts' bodies, particularly because most of us, by the time we get our black belt, we're old. All right? You want to be someone that we feel safe with. You want to be someone that we want to help, because there's a lot of knowledge you can get from higher belts. But if those higher belts find you to be a safety risk, you're going to miss out on such great opportunities. Don't be a dick. Guys, don't be this person. If you're stuck in a submission, you're stuck. That's fine. Just tap on your partner so they let go. Don't risk your limb to try to win a roll in practice. You can't win practice. Once she gets your arms and she's disconnecting your hand, the position is lost. You've learned the lesson. Tap your partner. Guys, whenever you tap someone, tap them physically. Don't tap the mat. They may not hear it, especially with the adrenaline going or the music in class. Always tap your partner and give them as many stimuli as you can. So while I tap, I go tap, 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 tap. All right, it's my responsibility to protect myself, but it's not only my responsibility, it's also my partner's responsibility to keep me safe. So when she goes back, if I don't tap, she's not gonna just break my arm, all right? She's gonna stop, she's gonna let go, she's gonna call me an idiot, she's gonna let the coach know if necessary, because it is not right for me not to tap. Don't put your training partner in a situation where they either have to let go of the submission or the position, or they have to break your arm. Nobody signed up for class today to break one of their partner's arms. All right, so when you're here, we're gonna tap early, we're gonna tap often. Get on the mats. Hey guys, I wanted to go over why we do jiu-jitsu. At its core, jiu-jitsu is a self-defense art, and we can never lose sight that we are doing jiu-jitsu for self-defense. While we don't punch and we don't kick during normal class, we are preparing situations as if we were punching and kicking. We can summarize Brazilian jiu-jitsu self-defense in 4 points. All right, those 4 points, we start standing. Every fight starts standing. All right, and this is the most dangerous place to ever be in a fight. If you're a boxer, if you're a kickboxer, you're standing right in the pocket, we're exchanging punches. Even if I've been training for 20 years, if she gets lucky and lands a full force strike onto my head, she can knock me out with one mistake. I make one mistake, she gets lucky, fight's over. I don't like those odds. I've been fighting for 20 years. I want to make it so I'm almost guaranteed a victory. So I do not want to fight someone when we're standing, because she has the most potential kinetic energy to wind up and knock me out. How do I know that? Think about having a baseball. Throw it when you're standing. How far can you throw it? Throw it from your knees. How far can you throw it? Throw it from your butt. How far can you throw it? Throw it from your back. How far can you throw it? The human body gets progressively weaker the closer we get to the ground. So the very first thing we want to do from a self-defense perspective using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is we want to take the fight to the ground to eliminate any sort of lucky knockout punches. So however I take my partner down, whether I trip her, whether I tackle her, whether I hit her, or whether I shoot a Hadouken and she falls down, I've eliminated her most potential kinetic energy. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2, even though she's on her back, she's in the weakest possible position for the human body. If she were to kick up with her powerful legs, she could knock me out. If she wrapped her legs around my limbs, she could break them. If she wrapped her legs around my neck, she could choke me unconscious. So while my first goal is to eliminate her most potential kinetic energy by taking her down, my second goal is to pass her dangerous legs. Once I'm past her dangerous legs, again, remember, we're doing this from the perspective of strikes. So once I've passed her dangerous legs, my next goal is to improve my pinning position from the perspective of strikes. When I'm simply lying on the side here, my left arm is just arm shots. I can throw some small elbows, but I'm just gonna cut her up. I'm probably not gonna knock her out. My right hand's largely worthless because her arm is in the way. I can't hit her in the head with any sort of force. I can throw some elbows, which are gonna hurt her ribs, but it's not gonna knock her out. So to improve my pinning position from the perspective of strikes, I'm gonna move up to this position. From here, I have one hip that's free to get hips into the strikes. So I now have some knockout power with one arm. My other leg and my other hip is largely locked out, so I'm still kind of throwing arm strikes on this side, but on the opposite side, I have a full hip. I'm going to continue to try to improve my pinning position from the perspective of strikes and come to this position. Now I have 2 hips that I can throw knockout punches with, all right? Not just one. Now my partner's like, stop hitting me, and she turns over, all right? Now I still have 2 hips, but her arms can't even go backwards, so I don't have to worry about getting struck myself. So number 1 goal was to eliminate her most potential kinetic energy by taking her down. Number 2 goal is to pass her dangerous legs. Number 3 goal was to improve our pinning position from the perspective of strikes. I can't improve my position anymore. So my number 4 goal is to submit her. All right? Submission ends the fight, obviously. So we take this, a self-defense approach to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and we turn it into sporting Jiu-Jitsu, tournament Jiu-Jitsu, the sort of Jiu-Jitsu that we do every day here in class. You can stand up, Monica. All right. Well, most of the time in class, just for safety reasons, we start on the ground. Every tournament starts standing. All right, because this is reflecting a real fight without punches or kicks, but we're going to encourage behavior that is good as if punches and kicks were involved. So in a real fight, we start standing. In a jiu-jitsu match, we start standing. I'm looking to take my partner down. I take her down. All right, if I take her down and keep her down for 3 seconds, I get 2 points. We call it a takedown in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. All right, so first self-defense goal, eliminate most potential energy by taking them down. In Jiu-Jitsu, it's a takedown worth 2 points. Second self-defense goal is pass the dangerous legs. All right, because they could knock us out. When we pass the dangerous legs, in Jiu-Jitsu, we call it passing the guard. Anytime her legs are between me and chest-to-chest connection past her legs, that's a guard, and I'm looking to pass the guard. So when I pass the guard, I get 3 points. Our third goal in self-defense was improve our pinning position from the perspective of strikes. In sport jiu-jitsu, this is called knee on belly. That's 2 points. This is called mount. That's 4 points. She turns over. This is called back mount. That's 4 points. If I manage to get my feet inside of her thighs, that's called back take. That's also worth 4 points. All right, and then obviously, after we've improved our pinning position from the perspective of strikes, the last thing we can do is submit our partner, still called submission in sport jiu-jitsu, and that ends the match. The one other way you can make points in Brazilian jiu-jitsu is if I have guard. I get guard is anytime my legs are between me and her, so she can't go chest to chest past my legs, whether my knees are in front of her, my foot's into her hip. This is called spider guard. We have lasso guards. When we lasso through, we have butterfly guard. We have half guard. We have full guard or closed guard. Anytime my legs are between her passing my legs and being chest to chest, it's a guard. If I have a guard and I sweep my partner and end up on top, I get 2 points for the sweep. Very important thing, that only happens if we're in guard. If my partner is not in my guard and she's on side control, and I end up bumping her over, I don't get points for this, all right, because I did not have a guard. We don't want to encourage people to go to bad positions so they get the points to go back to good positions, all right? If you're in a bad position, you have an obligation to get out. You don't get awarded points for moving. Now, if you have a guard, you're in a neutral position. So when we knock them over, end up on top, then we went from a neutral position to a good position, so we get points. Why does this all matter? If you learn these 4 steps of self-defense jiu-jitsu, how they translate to sport jiu-jitsu, you're gonna have a roadmap for what you should be doing in every role after you slap hands in class. Hey guys, again, welcome to Third Generation Jiu-Jitsu. We're so glad you decided to join us. If you have any questions, please reach out to one of us. The owners or instructors will help you out as best we can. Also, please join our Facebook group, Central PA 3G BJJ. That is the exclusive group for all of our gym announcements, whether it's weather-related closures, extra classes, seminars, tournaments, promotions, special gear sales. They're all exclusively posted in that Facebook group. It is free for you. Zuckerberg gives me 5 cents for every one of you. I get to sign up. Not really, but it's our easiest way to reach out, guys. We have 1,600 students in our community here in Central PA. It's just the easiest way for us to reach. If you need to create a fake name, feel free to do so. Just send me a message so I know who it is, and we'll join you in the group. Look forward to seeing you up next. Questions, please reach out to one of our coaches, to one of our instructors. There are no stupid questions. Billy's laughing.
In case it breaks.
I went in.